This is a review of the Anker second generation Astro2, which is a 9,000 mAh portable dual-port external battery. Inside the box, you'll find the instruction manual, a carrying case for the battery itself, an Apple 30-pin adapter that will fit onto a micro USB connector, and a charging cable for the battery where one end is a USB and the other end is a micro USB. The battery itself weighs 7 3/4 ounces, and the charging cable is 12 inches long. This is an excellent battery. In our testing, it performed very well. We charged an iPad 2 and an iPhone 4, and were able to get 7,515.12 milliampere hours of power out of the battery. That represents a percentage of performance of 83.5%, which is very good. This will allow you to charge an iPhone 5.29 times. This is the input for charging the battery. It's a micro USB connector that the cable fits. To charge the battery with an output from an AC wall charger of 1.2 amps. We actually use a 2.1 amp. At 1.2 amps, it will take about 8 hours to charge. Next to that, you'll see a smart USB output. The smart output has 5 volts DC at 2.4 amps, and it's designed to quickly charge any tablet. The universal output next to it has an output of 5 volts DC and 3 amps. Combined though, at any one time, the maximum output is 3 amps. One of the things that you'll find a little unique about this battery is that there's no button to press when you want to charge something or check the capacity. If you want to check the capacity, you simply shake the battery and the LED ring comes on. There are 10 LEDs, and each LED represents 10% of the charge. Here you can see I have an iPhone plugged in. I'm going to plug it into the battery, and you see the LED lights come on, and it started charging, and you heard the phone chirp. Now the LED light ring breeze off and on, constantly showing the capacity remaining in the battery. As it goes down, you'll see the rings and LEDs slowly go out as it depletes its charge and transfers it to the phone. The instruction manual states that in order to start charging, you have to shake the battery, but as you can see, I did not have to do that. Somebody's asked the question, what happens if you're charging your smartphone in your purse, for example, or a backpack, and you drop it? Will the shake function stop the charging process and stop charging the battery? The answer is no. I've taken this battery while it's charging the phone and shaken it about 50 times as hard as I could, and it does nothing but continue charging. Once your device has completed charging, the Anker battery will turn itself off. Just so you know, the universal port will sense the operating system software of your device and adjust the output current accordingly. For example, if it's plugged into an iPad with an iOS of 5 and above, it will charge at 1.5 amps. If it charges an iPhone with an iOS operating system of iOS 5, it will charge at 1/2 amp. And when it charges Android tablets, it will charge at 2 amps, and Android phones at 1.5 amps. So it's constantly monitoring what type of device it's plugged into. The smart port, on the other hand, will sense what it's plugged into, like an iPad, and regardless of the operating system, will continually charge the device at 2.4 amps for a very quick charge. It will charge an Android tablet or a Samsung Galaxy tablet at 2 amps, and an Android phone at 1.5 amps. The battery is designed to allow you to charge 2 items at the same time. Just remember, with 2 items plugged in though, the maximum output current will not exceed 3 amps combined. I'd like to point out that this battery pack is made with premium quality power cells. They actually have a life expectancy and charge capacity of 10% higher than most other battery packs. It also has built-in circuit protection with a unique chipset that's designed and used by Anker. This type of battery pack can be recharged over 500 times. During my testing, we charged an iPad 2 from 2% to 100% in not quite 6 hours. I want you to know I used the cable connector supplied with the battery. The battery still had charge left, so then we plugged it in and charged an iPhone 4 from 5% to 55% overnight, and then the Anker battery was dead. In summary, I was able to get 7,515.12 milliampere hours out of the battery, which is an 83.5% result of the capacity. This is an outstanding result. I include this table in my reviews because it lists the charging requirements for some common devices. This should help as a guideline to help you select the right size battery for your application. Based upon these results, you could charge an iPhone 4 or 5 approximately 5.29 full charges, an iPad 2 108%, an iPad 3 or 4 65%, an iPad mini 167%, or a Kindle Fire 171%. This is an excellent result for a battery of this size. This is an excellent battery. It's performed well in our testing. It's charged our devices very quickly at the maximum current possible. I like how it senses the type of device it's connected to and appropriately selects the right current output. I rate this product at 5 stars. This review is done by JJ CEO. I'd like to tell you it was provided a sample for test and evaluation, and I promise to give a fair and honest review.